This is from earlier today.
Fuck you! That's against the Geneva Convention! You can get against people!
Oh, Pepper Boys.
Oh, fuck. All people are doing it. Hold the line! Yo, put the knee green. Fucking shit. Take that knee. Why don't you take that knee? You ain't taking any knee, bud. You ain't taking any for that either. Huh? You ain't taking any for that either. Y'all all your fucking clocks did. You work for us. We're the people, by the people. Help him. Look at him. Help him.
I just got hit with the paintball gun.
Wow, Trump supporter calling a cop a pig. Okay, so that's from earlier. But there's like, obviously the cops would have been dealt with them a lot worse if it would have been a left or Black Lives Matter protest. But someone getting sprayed with tear gas, and I said this, I've been saying this all summer. I'm like, these All Lives Matter people are going to get treated. Eventually, they're going to get treated by the cops. The cops, yes, they protect white nationalists. Many of the cops are white nationalists. We've seen evidence of this. But eventually, when you really push the police and the ruling class, which is the police are the protectors, they serve and protect the ruling class. They don't serve and protect regular people. Then you're going to, eventually it's going to happen. And right now they're getting treated a little nicer, but it's not going to stay that way. Melissa H. Could be one reason for different action by cops is they fear these people are armed. They knew Black Lives Matter were peaceful and unarmed, so not scared to attack them. I'm sure that has something to do with it. Because there's not a lot of people at Black Lives Matter, stacked. I never saw that at any of the Black Lives Matter protests I was at. Nobody was like stacked with an AR-15, where at this protest, there's people stacked with AR-15s. So that could have something to do with it. I'm not going to say that's the only reason. That's a valid point, because if you're a cop with just a Glock, 9mm and one extra clip on your belt or whatever, and you see somebody with an AR-15, you're going to go, oh shit. But it's also the centuries of systemic racism of just looking at black people like criminals no matter what. And this protests also are not directly like, they're just like, we want the Capitol, whereas Black Lives Matter is like, we want to defund the police. We're done with the police department. So the protest and the anger is focused at the police. So then the police react with more violence. But I mean, which is just more like, it's preposterous to me that they just let these people, they just let this happen. It's nuts. But I'll say this. I was talking to Jimmy earlier today, and he said, what do you think, this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing? I said, in the short run, it's going to be a really bad, awful thing. A bloody, violent civil war is not a good thing. But I said, in the long run, it might be, and I've used this analogy before, America's like an addict, and addicts need to hit rock bottom. And there's always a lower bottom. So hopefully you hit one that you bounce up from and go, oh shit. But it's like, oh man, your fourth DUI, you spent a night in jail, you had your kids taken away from you, or whatever the thing is, you lost your job again. Like your kids aren't talking to you, you've lost friends. Like, when is enough enough? When are you going to realize? So I don't know when America is going to realize. And I said this over the summer during the George Floyd protests. I said, when the 30 million evictions happen and there's 20, 30%, 40% unemployment, I said, these George Floyd protests are going to look like a Disney parade. So unfortunately, today is just, it might just be the beginning, because we didn't get $2,000. Both parties made sure of that. And the propaganda machine is very effective at making people, I hope Americans wake up. This isn't a red state, blue state thing. This is class warfare. I've been saying this for a long time. It's us versus the ruling class. And you've got the Trump supporter. I mean, going to the Capitol because you think Trump, you want another 4 years of a billionaire who doesn't give a shit about you. You're mad that billionaire rapist asshole got replaced by another billionaire rapist asshole. I don't know when Americans are going to wake up. I don't know when the Vote Any Blue Will Do crowd will wake up. AOC and the squad didn't even force the vote. They couldn't even do that Sunday. They couldn't do that Sunday. They couldn't. And it wasn't even a vote for Medicare for all. It was just withholding your vote to force a vote for Medicare for all on the House floor. That was it. It was just like so many layers of below the actual thing we want, which is Medicare for all. And we couldn't even get that. And then when you're critical of the squad, you're called the sexist, you're called the burn bro. Like, it's preposterous. So I don't know when Americans are going to wake up to the fact that we're in class warfare. They want us divided with each other. I don't know when people are going to wake up. Imagine what if all Americans just went to the Capitol and seized it until we had Medicare for all. And then Congress came back and the Senate, okay, here's Medicare for all. We said, yeah, now we want you to end all the wars. When, like, Julian Assange, Chelsea Manning, Edward Snowden, all of these huge, massive revelations never got people together and protest their government. And also, God, it's so dumb. Louise Brooks, does anyone find it weird that they were able to storm the Capitol and yet Black Lives Matter protesters and journalists were gassed, etc., with no provocation? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really weird. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at grahamelwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.